As we get into the new school year, parents may already have nightly homework battles with their kids. Joining us live this morning, we welcome Krimitsos, founder of the Women's Mediation Network, to talk more about calming kids down who may be overly stressed from homework. And Katie, you just finished dropping off the kids at school. What's going on? Good morning.
Good morning, Matt. I thought I would come to you in the actual life of a parent, right? Just dropping off kids. In a few more hours, I'll be picking up those kids and dealing with what so many of us parents are dealing with, which is the possible meltdowns from homework.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we're pretty fresh into this new school year. Talk about your background a little bit and why this is an important topic to you.
Yeah, so I have been the creator of the Women's Meditation Network for the past 7 years now. So I create meditations for women, for kids, all for the sake of being able to help us all find some more calm, let go of the anxiety, sleep better, and just be ourselves and move through our lives a lot easier. And I started a whole kids aspect of my podcast network a few years ago because I have 2 young girls. And I would find that I would use the meditations at night to help them go to sleep. I would find that I would use meditative, strategies of breathing and calming down to help them through really tough, emotional, anxious, stressful moments. And it has been incredibly helpful for them and for our whole household. So I love being able to bring meditation and all of the sort of related tools to parents to be able to help them manage their kids and manage kids' emotions.
Sure. Well, we mentioned the topic of homework itself. These days kids can have a lot of homework. How can practicing meditation really help them tackle that?
Well, if we step back a little bit, really, as we practice meditation, as we come into more centeredness with ourselves, we can actually take a step back from what actually is, right? Or like what we've made it to be. Like, okay, we have this task list of like kids come home, they need to do homework, they need to perform on their tests, they need to get all the A's, they need to get all the scores. And as a parent, I might see any objection to that, any like meltdowns from that as just getting in the way of getting the things done. So what we can do as parents is we can kind of take a step back and start asking ourselves, not just how do we get this thing done, but how do we allow homework in this instance to be aligned with how our family works and to be aligned with an ideal energy for our kid to move through it and to ultimately get what we want, which is we want our kids to love learning, right? So one of the biggest recommendations that I give to parents is to actually like take a step back and start looking at your kids' energy for the day. Meaning, when is the most ideal time for homework to be worked on and how is it being worked on? So for some people, that might mean going somewhere close to school right after school, or even staying with your kid for a little bit right after school because they're already in the juice of working, right? And just spending another 20, 30 minutes to kind of get the homework done so you could be done for the day. For my kids, that absolutely is not true. They're done with school. They want to play. They want to run. They have an enormous amount of energy. And so that is not the best time for us to do homework. The best time for us to do homework is maybe right before dinner or as I'm cooking dinner, right? Because they're a little more, they've been able to play around and now they're a little more calm. They're getting ready for dinner. And so it allows a really good space for us to be able to talk about their work and be available for help, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, different routines for different folks is what it sounds like. And, unfortunately a little short in time, but where can folks go to learn more about the Women's Meditation Network and resources that you have?
Yeah, absolutely. womensmeditationnetwork.com, or just search for Women's Meditation Network on your favorite podcast player.
All right. Great tips for us this morning. We appreciate your time and be safe running around.
Thank you.